Taylor Swift doesn't just write songs, she architects cultural moments. At 34 years old, she's a billionaire. But here's what most people don't know. In 2019, a roughly $300 million sale of her early masters set off one of the most important fights of her career. And that sale, which happened without her knowledge or consent, became the catalyst for one of the most profitable strategic moves in music history. We'll reveal exactly what happened in a few minutes. She wakes up around 9 or 10 a.m., no alarm, sleeps 10 hours minimum when possible. And the Eras Tour, the largest concert operation in music history, has reportedly grossed over $2 billion worldwide with massive economic impacts on cities. But here's the detail that reveals everything about how Taylor thinks. In 2016, Kim Kardashian released a phone call that destroyed Taylor's reputation overnight. The entire internet turned against her. #Taylor Swift is over party trended worldwide. She disappeared completely. But in those 24 hours of silence, she made a decision that would turn the biggest crisis of her career into a billion-dollar comeback. What did she do? She owns 3 cats, but one of them, Olivia Benson, is worth $97 million. That's more than most Fortune 500 CEOs. How is that even possible? We'll break down the empire in a moment. And there's one possession that Taylor keeps in a fireproof, climate-controlled safe that she values more than all 12 of her Grammy Awards combined. It's not jewelry, it's not money. It's something that reveals the true source of her billion-dollar empire. From a Nashville teenager writing songs in her bedroom to the most powerful woman in music who thinks 10 moves ahead, this is Be Like Taylor Swift. Everything you need to understand how she built an empire by controlling every narrative, planning every era, and turning every attack into ammunition. December 13th, 1989, Reading, Pennsylvania. Taylor Allison Swift is born to a financial advisor father and a marketing executive mother. Early signs. She's writing poetry at age 5, performing at local festivals by age 10, learning guitar at 12. But here's what separates her from every other kid with a dream. She doesn't just want to be famous. She wants to control every aspect of how she becomes famous. At age 14, Taylor convinces her parents to move to Nashville. Not to visit, to relocate the entire family. Her father transfers his job. Her mother homeschools Taylor. That's not luck. That's strategic sacrifice recognized by strategic parents. Nashville, 2004. Every record label turns her down. Country music isn't for 14-year-old girls, they say, so she plays every venue that'll have her. The Bluebird Cafe, songwriter nights, anywhere with a microphone. Scott Borchetta, a DreamWorks Records executive, is about to start his own label. He's looking for talent. He sees Taylor perform at the Bluebird. He offers her a deal. She becomes the first artist signed to Big Machine Records. She's 15 years old. 2006, self-titled debut album. She writes or co-writes every song. Unprecedented for a teenage country artist. The industry exception. Male producers write, female artists sing. Taylor refuses that model from day one. 2008, Fearless album. Crossover success. Country pop hybrid that dominates both charts. 7 Grammy nominations. Album of the Year win at age 20, youngest ever at the time. Then comes the moment that defines everything. 2009 MTV VMAs. Kanye West interrupts her acceptance speech. The world watches. She's humiliated on live television. Most artists would crumble. Taylor? She turns it into narrative fuel. Every experience becomes content. Every attack becomes armor. 2012, Red Album. Full pop pivot. 2014, 1989 album. Complete genre shift. No more country. Pure synth pop. 3 Grammys including Album of the Year. 2016, The Fall. Kim Kardashian releases edited phone call footage. Public turns against Taylor. She disappears for a year. But here's what she did in those first 24 hours. Nothing. Publicly, complete silence. Privately, she called her core team, producers Jack Antonoff and Max Martin, her management, her family. She asked one question: how do we turn this into the next era? Within a week, she had the concept for Reputation album. Dark, aggressive, reclaiming the villain narrative. She didn't defend herself. She weaponized the attack. The album debuted at #1. Tour grossed $345 million. The cancellation made her richer. 2017 Reputation album. Look What You Made Me Do is a declaration. You tried to destroy me. I'm stronger now. Then The Shift, Lover, 2019. Folklore, 2020. Evermore, 2020. Midnights, 2022. The Tortured Poets Department, 2024. Rapid fire releases. Complete creative control. And then the power move that changed everything. That roughly $300 million master sale in 2019? Her entire catalog, 6 albums, was sold to Scooter Braun without her knowledge or consent. She was about 29 years old. Most artists would sue and lose. Taylor? She announced she'd re-record everything. Taylor's version albums. Same songs, new recordings. She'd own the masters this time. Fans could choose. Stream the old versions. Scooter profits. Or stream Taylor's version. She profits. The result? Her Taylor's version re-recordings have been hugely successful. Industry coverage reports they've generated hundreds of millions and materially increased the value of her catalog. In May 2025, she reportedly acquired ownership of those original masters, terms undisclosed. She turned a devastating loss into complete ownership. That's not revenge. That's strategy. 2023, The Eras Tour. Gross revenue, over $2 billion. Economic impact on cities, $5 billion plus. It's not a concert tour. It's a cultural phenomenon. She's not just a pop star. She's a masterclass in narrative control. Taylor Swift doesn't have one routine. She has eras of routines. When she's writing, she's nocturnal. When she's touring, she's disciplined. When she's resting, she disappears completely. Wake up 9 to 10 a.m. No alarm. She sleeps until her body is done sleeping, usually 9 to 10 hours. And here's the detail most people miss. Taylor repeatedly emphasizes sleep and vocal care in interviews. Press profiles often note she's careful about stimulants around shows, though her habits have varied over the years. There's a specific reason many professional singers prioritize hydration and limit certain substances, and it's directly connected to vocal longevity. We'll explain why in a moment. Morning, orange juice or chai tea. Light breakfast, usually eggs, toast, or buckwheat pancakes that she makes herself. Creative philosophy? I don't wait for inspiration. I create conditions for it to arrive. Her creative process starts with observation. She spends hours people watching at cafes, airports, and parks. Listening to conversations. Watching body language. Every interaction is potential material. Lyric writing. Handwritten. Always. She has dozens of journals filled with phrases, observations, and half-informed ideas. Those journals, kept in secure storage, contain every lyric she's ever written. Handwritten original drafts, crossed out lines, the evolution of every song. They're irreplaceable. Taylor has referenced saving old notebooks and treating them as precious archives. If her house burned down, these journals would be what she'd save, because those journals are her legacy, her brain on paper, the archives of her creative mind. Studio sessions. When she's in album mode, sessions can run from 13 to 15 hours. But there's one food many professional singers avoid within 48 hours of recording vocals. The reasoning is partly practical, partly personal preference, and the science is more complicated than you think. What is it? She arrives with ideas, leaves with finished songs. Collaborators describe her as the most prepared person in the room. She knows exactly what she wants. She can play it, she can sing it. She just needs the team to execute. Afternoon. If she's not in the studio, she's reading. Voraciously. Novels, poetry, biographies, classic literature. Her lyrical sophistication comes from literary consumption. She doesn't just read pop culture. She reads Fitzgerald, Plath, Austen, Bront. Exercise. Inconsistent but intentional. She's not a gym person. She runs on a treadmill while watching crime shows. She says she runs for my mind, not my body. It's meditation in motion. Evening. Cooking. She loves to cook for friends. Homemade dinners. Her specialty? Baked goods. She bakes cookies, cakes, pies at midnight. But it's not really about the cookies. There's a deeper psychological reason why she bakes when she's stressed or processing emotions. We'll explore that soon. Night owl tendencies. She's most creative between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. Folklore and Evermore were largely written in late-night sessions during COVID lockdown. Bedtime. Midnight to 2 a.m., depending on creative flow. Everything changes. Touring Taylor is a machine. She needs structure when performing. Morning vocal warm-ups, 30 to 45 minutes. Every day, even on off days. Vocal health is non-negotiable. Why the careful approach to stimulants? Caffeine is a diuretic. It dehydrates. Vocal cords need constant hydration to maintain elasticity and prevent damage. Many professional singers limit coffee and prioritize water, especially before performances. Coffee can also cause acid reflux, which can damage vocal cords over time. At 34, 18 years of performing, Taylor's voice sounds as strong as ever. That's not just genetics. That's disciplined vocal care, room temperature water, consistent hydration, protecting the instrument. Hydration. Obsessive. Room temperature water only. Breakfast. Protein heavy. Eggs, yogurt, fruit. Carbs come later. Mid-morning. Choreography rehearsal or blocking for new tour segments. Lunch. 1 to 2 p.m. Balanced. Protein, vegetables, and complex carbs. Afternoon. Rest. Mandatory. She'll nap, watch TV, read. Her shows are 3+ hours athletic performances. Rest is training. That food many singers avoid? Dairy. All dairy. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ice cream. Why? Many professional singers believe dairy creates mucus buildup in the throat and coats vocal cords, making it harder to hit high notes cleanly. The scientific evidence is actually mixed. Research from institutions like Mayo Clinic shows milk doesn't generally increase mucus production, but many singers report it creates a coating sensation in the mouth and may aggravate reflux. So the advice is partly practical experience, partly personal preference. Taylor and many vocalists avoid dairy before studio sessions or performances. It's about minimizing any potential interference with vocal clarity. Pre-show, 3 to 4 hours before. Light meal, vocal warm-ups, hair and makeup, 2 hours. Costume prep, mental preparation. She visualizes the show, runs through the set list mentally, reviews any new talking points. Showtime, 3+ hours, 44 songs, multiple costume changes, running, dancing, singing live. It's an Ironman triathlon every night. Post-show, immediate vocal rest. She doesn't talk for 30 to 60 minutes. Warm down stretches, hydration, and light food. Late night, she'll watch fan videos of the show, read social media reactions, adjust for next show, then sleep by midnight. Whether touring or writing, Taylor's routine has one constant: intentionality. Nothing is random. Sleep is protected. Creativity is structured. Downtime is purposeful. She doesn't hustle 24/7. She sprints then recovers. Just like we saw with Ronaldo's body optimization, elite performers understand recovery is training. Taylor Swift doesn't wear clothes. She wears chapters. Every era has a uniform. Every outfit is a clue. Fashion is her secondary language. Fearless 2008. Sundresses, cowboy boots, curly blonde hair. Girl Next Door. Red 2012. Vintage inspired. Red lipstick becomes signature. 1989. 2014. Crop tops, high-waisted skirts, short hair, New York chic. Reputation 2017. Black, leather, snakes everywhere. Armor. Lover 2019. Pastels, rainbows, butterflies, healed. Folklore or Evermore 2020. Cottagecore. Cardigans, earth tones, storyteller. Midnights 2022. Shimmer, lavender, midnight blue, dreamy. Eras Tour 2023. All eras simultaneously. Each set has its costume. But here's what fans discovered. Taylor's outfits contain Easter eggs. Ring placement, color schemes, specific jewelry, they all hint at future announcements. Once you understand her fashion code system, you can predict her next move in advance. We'll decode how it works. Taylor doesn't follow trends. She creates aesthetic worlds. Daily style off stage, surprisingly understated. High-waisted jeans, vintage band tees, ankle boots, oversized coats. Signature elements? Red lipstick. Reported favorite is a specific shade she's worn for 15 years. Cat eye eyeliner. Pale skin. She embraces it, doesn't tan. Blonde hair. Occasionally experiments, always returns. She works with designer Joseph Castle for tour costumes. Everything is custom. Everything has hidden details fans will discover. The Easter egg system works like this. If Taylor wears a ring on her right ring finger, her new music announcement within 2 weeks. If she posts a photo with specific color combinations, like blue and gold, it signals the next album aesthetic. Fans have documented this pattern across years. It's not coincidence. It's calculated. She's training her audience to pay obsessive attention to every detail. That attention becomes free marketing. When she drops actual announcements, millions are already primed and waiting. Skincare. Takes it seriously. Diligent about sunscreen. Makeup. Does her own for casual days, professional for events. Mastered the red lip cat eye trademark look. Hair. Maintains blonde with colorist Lori Turk. Style varies by era. Hair is character design. Body. She doesn't do extreme diets. After past struggles with disordered eating, revealed in Miss Americana documentary, now balance. Eat what she wants. Exercise moderately. No food rules outside vocal prep. Philosophy. I don't care about being skinny. I care about being strong enough to perform for 3 hours. Outside of music, Taylor Swift is surprisingly normal. She's obsessed. 3 cats. Meredith Grey, Scottish Fold. Olivia Benson, Scottish Fold. Benjamin Button, Ragdoll. How could Olivia Benson be valued so highly? Some outlets estimate Taylor's cat could be worth tens of millions based on merchandise, brand value, and appearances. Olivia's appeared in Taylor's music videos, commercials like Diet Coke and AT&T, and has her own merchandise presence. When Taylor posts Olivia on Instagram to 620 million followers, brands pay attention. That net worth is speculative, calculated from brand deals and merchandise potential, but it shows how even her pets have become monetized elements of the Taylor Swift empire. Her cat has become a sub-brand. Taylor talks to her cats, includes them in decisions. They're not just pets, they're companions. Cats don't care about chart positions. They keep her human. Why does she bake at midnight? It's therapy. For someone whose work is entirely abstract, emotions, melodies, lyrics, baking is tangible. You measure ingredients, follow a recipe, create something physical. When Taylor's processing a breakup, a controversy, or emotional turmoil, she bakes. It's one of the few things she does that isn't analyzed by millions of people. She can just bake. The precision, the control, the immediate result. It grounds her when everything else feels chaotic. Voracious reader, loves novels, poetry, and classics. Has referenced in interviews works by Fitzgerald, Plath, and Dickinson. Her songwriting sophistication comes from reading. All Too Well isn't just a breakup song, it's a short story. The Last Great American Dynasty is historical fiction in 3 minutes. She's a TV person, loves crime dramas like Law & Order SVU, period dramas like Downton Abbey, and reality TV like The Bachelor. TV is escapism. It's observing human behavior. It's character study. Everything is research. The media portrays her squad as calculated, but people close to her say she's genuinely loyal. She shows up, sends flowers, remembers birthdays, writes personal notes. Close friends? Selena Gomez, Gigi Hadid, Blake Lively, the Haim sisters, Lana Del Rey, and Jack Antonoff. She doesn't have hundreds of friends. She has a small circle she protects fiercely. Dating Travis Kelce, Kansas City Chiefs tight end, has made her an NFL fixture. She attends games, supports openly. The NFL's female viewership sparked 53% when she started attending. Taylor's hobbies are all about control and escape. Baking, controlled creativity. Cats, unconditional love. Reading, escaping into other worlds. TV, observing without being observed. Taylor Swift doesn't travel. She relocates operations. New York City, Tribeca. Multiple units combined into one compound. Estimated $50 million. Home base. Nashville. Multiple properties. Roots, where it started. Rhode Island. High Watch in Watch Hill. Oceanfront Mansion. She purchased this property in 2013 for approximately $17.75 million and barely visits it. But she'll never sell it. The reason is tied to one of her most successful songs and a woman who lived there 50 years ago. Los Angeles Beverly Hills Estate, $25 million. London, recent purchase. Private jet, always. Taylor owns a Dassault Falcon 7X, reported in aviation registries. Private jet ownership and operation is one of the biggest fixed costs for megastars. Charters and operating estimates vary widely by configuration and usage. Why? Security, privacy, control. She can't fly commercial. It would shut down airports. When touring, her stage production requires 70+ trucks. Not a foodie in the traditional sense. Comfort food lover. Favorites: chicken tenders, genuinely. French toast. Starbucks, grande caramel latte. Homemade cookies and baked goods. Pizza, late night orders. She doesn't do restrictive diets. After years of disordered eating, she now eats intuitively. When dining out, which is rare, private rooms, places that accommodate security. More often, cooks at home or as chef prepare meals. Hosting friends for dinner is preferred. That Rhode Island mansion? High Watch in Watch Hill. Purchased in 2013 for approximately $17.75 million. Inspired by The Last Great American Dynasty, one of her most acclaimed songs. The house was owned by Rebecca Harkness, a socialite in the 1940s to 60s who was considered scandalous and eccentric. Taylor wrote a historical fiction song about Rebecca's life, drawing parallels to her own public perception. The house is her creative muse. She doesn't need to live there. She needs to exist. It's a multi-million-dollar writing prompt. Taylor's travel and dining. Minimize exposure. Maximize control. When you're that famous, normalcy is the luxury. Taylor's possessions fall into 2 categories: strategic investments and sentimental treasures. She's not a car person. She has drivers. When she does drive, Audi SUVs for privacy, Mercedes for city driving, Toyota Sequoia in Nashville to blend in. Cars are functional, not status symbols. The real vehicle, her private jet. That's freedom. Dozens of guitars. Each one tells a story. Her first guitar, guitars gifted by other artists. Custom guitars from each album era. Guitars signed by legends. She doesn't collect for value. She collects for memory. Each is a timestamp. 12 Grammy Awards, 40 American Music Awards, 29 Billboard Music Awards, hundreds more. Where are they? In her homes, on shelves, not prominently displayed. Her relationship with awards? Appreciative but not defined by them. Her most valuable possession? After Taylor's version re-recordings, she now owns Fearless TV, Red TV, Speak Now TV, 1989 TV. Still to come, Reputation TV, Taylor Swift TV. This is the possession that matters most. Her art, her voice, her story. Taylor doesn't collect things. She collects meaning. Guitars equal memories. Journals equal legacy. Masters equal autonomy. Taylor Swift's life philosophy distills into 7 principles. Number 1. Control your narrative. When media calls her serial dater, she writes blank space, satirizing it. When they call her snake, she puts snakes everywhere. When they try to own her music, she re-records it. Lesson? If they're going to write the story anyway, give them a version you can live with. Number 2. Turn pain into product. Every heartbreak, every betrayal, every humiliation. Taylor monetizes it. Lesson? Don't get mad. Get even. Then get rich. Number 3. Protect your circle. Fiercely loyal to people who've been loyal to her. Lesson? Quality over quantity. Always. Number 4. Evolve or die. Country to pop, pop to indie folk, back to pop. Every era is a risk. Lesson? Reinvention is survival. Number 5. Own your mistakes. When called out for not speaking up politically, she acknowledged it. Lesson? Accountability is strength, not weakness. Number 6. Build slowly, then explode. Didn't blow up overnight. Built album after album, tour after tour. Then Eras Tour, $2 billion. But it took 17 years. Lesson? Compound growth beats viral fame. And number 7. Never stop writing. Writes constantly. Songs, poems, observations, ideas. Lesson? The work is the reward. Her ultimate philosophy. I want to still have a sharp pen, a thin skin, and an open heart. Sharp pen, keep creating. Thin skin, stay sensitive to the world. Open heart, don't let cynicism win. That's how she stayed relevant for 18 years. This is the complete blueprint, not just Taylor's routine, but her system. She doesn't just wake up and work hard. She architects eras, controls narratives, turns every setback into a setup for the next comeback. You can't copy her voice. You can't copy her talent. But you can copy her principles. 1. Protect your sleep. Creativity requires recovery. 10 hours isn't lazy. It's strategic. Number 2. Write everything down. Capture ideas in the moment. Edit later. Number 3. Create in sprints. Go hard for months. Rest for months. Sustainable excellence beats burnout. Just like Ronaldo trains intensely then recovers. Same principle, different field. Number 4. Your hobbies should ground you. Find something that isn't about performance. Number 5. Control what you can control. You can't control media. You can control your response. Number 6. Loyalty is currency. Protect your circle. And 7. Evolve if you have to. Reinvention is choice, not response to failure. If you found value in this breakdown, watch our complete Cristiano Ronaldo analysis. How he spends $1.3 million monthly and reverse engineers aging at 39. The strategic investment thinking mirrors Taylor's approach to her career. Next week, be like Elon Musk. His sleep schedule is chaos. His diet is concerning. His work ethic is inhumane. And his approach to building companies will completely change how you think about ambition. Who should we feature next? Comment below. Subscribe. Join a community studying excellence. This is Be Like. We break down the systems behind success. Let's build your best self.